2 days before I turned 10, my beloved uncle, who was an artist, passed away from overwork. Dad, stop it! Don't throw away Uncle's tools!
He collapsed because he kept doing this kind of work. It's because of things like this.
My uncle's studio, just a short walk from our house, was also my playground. My uncle loved drawing and eating, and I always got excited whenever I visited him. That studio, which was filled with my uncle's work, was cleared out in just one day.
Yuji, you need to study hard, work at a company, and live a stable life. You must not end up like this. You must not.
After that, my family denied me the chance to draw and never spoke of my uncle again. Oh, Pentagon Sensei is going to be at the next Comic-Con. Gotta buy all the new releases. However, despite my father's efforts, I grew up to become a full-fledged art-loving otaku. Of course, my relationship with my family, who are concerned about me, is good, but I still keep my art a secret because they still make bitter faces about it. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name's Yuji Icho, a 26-year-old office worker. Ugh! Huh? Did I just hit something?
Hey, that attitude towards a senior is seriously not okay.
It's fine. He's not gonna say anything anyway. To add to that, I'm a weak employee with no notable achievements, even looked down on by my juniors. The one who just bumped into me is Tawake Monota. He's a junior by 1 year, but with his good looks, he's popular at the office. To both him and the most beautiful colleague in the company, I'm just an unfortunate nobody.
Hey, weren't you supposed to reprimand him just now, senior employee?
Oh, hello, Section Chief Kamomeda. Did you see that?
This isn't a laughing matter. You need to be more serious.
She's Kamomeda Yuriko, the section chief of this department. She's caring and looks out for me, a good person.
You're being taken lightly because you keep retreating into your shell. You need to project more power. Power is strength.
A bothersome junior and a sporty boss. Being stuck in the middle is tough. But I have something that gives me life. My hobbies are cooking and drawing manga about it. Recently, I've been gaining recognition as a doujin artist by publishing my work on websites and online shops. And this time, I'll be participating in Comic-Con for the first time. I'm so excited! But there's one thing I'm worried about. Of all things, I got assigned a wall booth. I didn't need that kind of miracle. A wall booth refers to booths placed against the wall at Comic-Con. Depending on the genre, it's often assigned to popular artists who produce a large number of books. These popular circles usually draw long lines, so they are prioritized for the wall space, which has more room. And on top of that, I'm surrounded by super popular artists on both sides. Am I just here as a buffer? If no one shows up at my booth, it'll be so embarrassing. I don't want that. And so, after cutting back on sleep to prepare, the day of the event arrived. Whoa, hey, are you trembling with nervousness?
Just warrior's shivers. And you? Aren't you shaking too?
I asked my friend to help sell just in case, so there's no shortage of hands. Compared to the super popular circles on either side, my booth looks plain, but customers are still coming. If it keeps up like this, I'll sell more than half. I won't go into the red.
Hello? I'd like 3 of the new books, please. Huh?
Huh? The person I locked eyes with is my coworker, Yoshino Somei, who's rumored to be the most beautiful woman at the office. No, there's no way she's here. It must be someone who looks like her.
No way! You're Icho-kun, right? You're the author? Please sign this.
No. It's the guy next to me.
I'm just a salesperson. This guy's the author.
You bastard!
I knew it! Wow! But I shouldn't hold up the line with a long chat, so here's the payment.
Exact change. She even knows the proper etiquette. Yoshino, who winked and left after saying, tell me about it at work left me. It's over. It's all over. It's all over. My life is over. Hey, get a hold of yourself! I foamed at the mouth and passed out. I'm really glad I brought someone to help Sal. Getting found out, that's basically the end of my life. And after the weekend, I went to work feeling like I was staring down the barrel of a gun. It's okay. She's in a different department anyway, and we rarely see each other, so it's okay.
Icho-kun?
Ah! That's how the battle between me and Somei-san began. But the battle was over quickly. Somei-san used her boss as a weapon.
Hey, even if you're in different departments, you're still colleagues, right? Help him out, Icho. It's almost lunchtime. Sorry, Icho-kun.
The downsides of vertical hierarchies! But there was no way I could resist the pressure from my boss, so I reluctantly agreed to talk with Somei-san.
Why are you avoiding me? I told you at the start. I'm a huge fan of Inushiki Hoihomi-sensei.
To explain, Inusuke Hoihoimi is my pen name. Please don't comment on the name choice. Wait, are you going to ask for something ridiculous in return for keeping quiet?
Nothing of the sort. After Inushiki Hoihoime-sensei is my savior. I love both the stories and the food illustrations that Inushiki Hoihoime-sensei creates.
Okay, I get it. Just stop saying my pen name. It's bad for my heart.
But being avoided like this, it's really shocking. I'm so sad.
In her lowered eyes, I noticed a glimmer of something. Had I made a woman cry? So sorry, I panicked a bit. I made you feel bad, didn't I? How can I make it up to you?
Make it up to me? Yay! Then let's talk more from now on without avoiding me, Inusuke-sensei.
Hey, you were fake crying, weren't you? And so, I ended up with a strange connection to the office's beauty queen. No matter how many times I invite Somei-senpai to lunch, she always turns me down. It's so frustrating. Maybe today, I'll finally get her to say yes.
Icho-kun, let's have lunch together.
You didn't have to come all the way to my department. It's too conspicuous. From then on, Somei-san started inviting me to lunch regularly. The stares from around us felt like needles piercing my skin. What? Why is Somei-senpai with someone as insignificant as him?
Hey, what did you make today? Don't be shy, show me.
Why does she get so excited about my lunch every time? We sit at a corner table in the cafeteria. When I open my bento, Somei-san's voice is filled with delight.
Wow, it looks delicious! Did you make this yourself?
It's leftover toriten from dinner, coated in sweet vinegar sauce. I froze it and then microwaved it before eating. The onigiri is seasoned with chopped myoga and umeboshi, perfect for summer when you don't have much appetite.
Wow, this is exactly like the recipe Inusuke-sensei posted on social media. It's the real deal. A recreation from the manga.
Well, I am just drawing the food I cook myself. As I spent more time with Somei-san, I got used to her high energy, and we became like friends.
Not only are you good at cooking, Icho-kun, but everything you make looks delicious. Marry me! I'll treasure you forever!
If we're talking about marriage, we need to see if our tastes match. Here, open your mouth.
What? No. It's way too early for that.
Wait. Didn't she just propose? The tamagoyaki I had picked up ends up in my mouth. Then, my eyes drift to her bento. By the way, did you make your bento, Somei-san?
Oh, yes. It's a recreation of the zucchini meatballs from Inosuke-sensei's book. I worked hard on it.
Her bento is filled with slightly charred meat rolls, which she proudly shows off.
Since I introduced the recipe in the manga, I made sure to follow it closely while cooking.
Whoa, I wrote that pretty casually, but it's a bit embarrassing to see someone actually using it.
It's fine. My cookbook is Inosuke-sensei's manga. My body is made from your recipes.
Her bright smile makes my heart race. Is this an arrhythmia?
Icho, what's wrong? This isn't what we discussed.
Huh? A few days later, my work mistakes began to increase. I think this was a job that Tawaki asked me to do. That last mistake was the same too. I'm sorry. I'll fix it right away. Icho-senpai, another mistake? How long have you been working here? But this is... Making excuses after a mistake? Your professionalism is lacking. This is just like those stories where the top of the social hierarchy bullies others. This actually happens, eh? This would be a good topic for my manga. I didn't even think they knew who I was, so instead of feeling shocked, I was more intrigued. After that, Tawaki continued to give me small annoyances, but I managed to get through it by imagining myself as a rising star. But his frustration with me seemed to grow, and Tawaki's gaze became sharper. I may have unknowingly angered his parents. Yeah, right. No matter what I do, the shadowy senior of mine just keeps grinning. It's infuriating. If only I had some dirt on him. Then, Tawaki happened to pass behind me and glanced at the screen on my phone. Huh? His expression changed dramatically, and he rushed out of the office. Wait, was that screen his social media account? His own account? I should just look it up. There it is. Whoa, unbelievable. He's really into some embarrassing stuff, huh? This is good to know. A few days later, Somei-san came to invite me to lunch again today. Sorry, I've got some urgent work that'll take a while. You go ahead to the cafeteria.
Aw, try to hurry up.
Sorry, I'll be quick. Though she pouted, she left for the cafeteria after saying, "Do your best." Oh, Somei-senpai, are you alone today?
Huh? Oh, Tawaki-kun.
How about lunch with me? Just this once. Tawaki smiled slyly, but Yoshino remains unfazed.
Sorry, but I'm already meeting Icho-kun. Maybe another time.
Really? I don't know why you hang out with someone like that, but you might want to rethink it. I recently found out about his online account. Honestly, he's not a good match for you. Look at this. Tawaki pulls out his phone and shows my social media account to Somei-san. A grown man who's still obsessed with this stuff. Isn't that a bit embarrassing?
Huh? Tawaki-kun, you know Inosuke-sensei too? The art and stories are amazing. I love them.
Huh? No way. You're kidding, right? This cutesy stuff?
Oh, what's with this guy? I can't forgive him mocking these works.
Senpai, there's no such thing as a gyaru who's nice to otakus. That's just an otaku's delusion. What's wrong with you? Are you trying to get my attention by doing this?
What are you talking about? Don't dismiss people's likes. I'm leaving now.
Wait a minute. As she tries to walk away, Tawaki grabs her bag carelessly.
Kya!
The bag spills its contents, including a doujinshi I had drawn. Whoa, seriously? This is such a letdown. She had the looks, the figure, and seemed like she would be good at housework. I thought she was the perfect woman. I'll just throw this trash away for you.
Stop it!
What do you think you're doing? Noticing that Tawaki had followed Yoshino, I hurriedly finished my work and rushed over. Seeing them struggling, I didn't hesitate to step between them. What, you otaku? Drawing is something you should have outgrown as a child. Making this lame stuff is just hilarious. Another outdated statement? That's so overdone that the viewers must be bored by now. What the heck are you talking about? Huh, are you just desperate not to lose your girl?
Desperate not to lose my girl? That's the creepiest thing I've heard so far. Why do you act like I ever had the option of choosing you? Know your place, delusional man.
Yoshino's harsh words leave Tawaki stunned.
You see, I grew up watching my model mom, so I thought food was something to be strictly controlled. I cared more about whether it fit my diet, was organic, or free of additives than how it tasted. Of course, my mom didn't force this on me as a child. But for me, eating was painful, and even as an adult I struggled with food. Then I discovered someone who made fan works of a series I loved, and I started exploring them. They were so free-spirited, sometimes ridiculously funny, and eventually I found your work, Icho-kun. This is the Dark Heroine, an enemy commander who started in misery and never found redemption. But she's cooking and eating delicious-looking food. Wow, I kinda wanna try this.
It turns out that Somei-san started cooking because she wanted to eat the food I drew in my manga. Sometimes high calorie, sometimes junk food. As she challenged herself,
Icho-kun, eating is so much fun.
Eating became her daily joy, and her smile reminded me of a long-forgotten memory. The best food is always fresh and hot! A memory of my uncle, who I loved so much, who I really, really loved.
Tawaki-kun, I may be good at looking nice because of my upbringing, but at home, I'm in sweats, I love potato chips, and sometimes I spend the entire day in bed.
Ugh.
I only clean when necessary, sometimes forget to pick up the laundry and end up paying late fees. I'm not a beautiful woman who's perfect at housework. Sorry to disappoint you, but Icho-kun can laugh with me about all this. That's why I'm not ashamed, not of this messy side of me, nor of how much I love Inosuke-sensei's work. I've heard enough.
Breaking the tense atmosphere was Kamomeda section chief, who had somehow appeared.
But causing a scene in the hallway is not something I can condone. You're all grown adults after all.
Section chief, I'm sorry, but you must have heard, right? Especially Icho-senpai. He can't even do his job properly, and he's into these ridiculous hobbies.
Ridiculous? Well, I'm also a doujin artist, going by the pen name Forbidden Yuri Sandwich Taizo.
What kind of shady name is that? You're joking. No way, the section chief.
I write novels focused on tragic love and bad endings. Recently, I've been into the verse Bad End series.
What kind of spell is that? That's terrifying. I see. So that's your type. By the way, you shouldn't openly talk about such extreme preferences. Keep it to events or close friends.
So I'm one of them. In fact, I was at the last Comiket. Actually, I was standing right behind you two, Icho and Somei-san, watching your interaction. It surprised me in more ways than one. Then Icho foamed at the mouth and passed out, so we didn't get to talk.
You were? That's so embarrassing! What is this situation? It feels like I'm the one who's out of place here.
Out of place? Of course you are. You barged in here with no consideration for our side. People who love fishing hang out with other fishing enthusiasts. People who love food gather with food lovers. Doujin otakus stick with other doujin otakus. If you can't respect those boundaries, you'll be ostracized in business too.
But I just wanted to approach Somei-san.
But? You've realized that your interests are different, right? Then just give up. What's the problem?
Yuriko's taunting question pushes Tawaki over the edge. It's just, I can't stand it. Why did she reject me but choose someone so plain looking and ordinary? It's not fair. How can this guy be successful when I'm not? Tawaki always looked down on me, but losing to someone he considered beneath him was too much for his pride. But you're only thinking about yourself.
Exactly. Don't drag me or Icho-kun into your self-centered frustration. I like...
Before she could finish, I held her hand and stopped her. Let me say it. I like Somei-san. So Tawaki-kun, you're not getting her like. I know everything she likes, from her favorite food to her favorite things, so I'm confident I won't lose to you.
Icho-kun! You're so devoted to me. I can feel the love!
Did I say something weird? For some reason, Somei-san is all starry-eyed, while Tawaki-kun looks like he's lost the will to fight. What? Was there no chance for me to win from the start?
Yes, it seems everything has settled as it should. Now let's go.
And so, Tawaki was dragged away by Kamometa section chief. Afterward, the commotion in the hallway was witnessed by other employees, and the rumors spread quickly, making Tawaki lose his place. It seems he considered quitting, but Kamometa section chief took it upon herself to follow up with him.
Tawaki, you're still young. Reflect on what needs to be reflected upon and try to broaden your perspective.
Broaden my perspective?
Yes. So why don't you read my new work? It'll blow your mind.
Follow-up isn't quite accurate. She was more like indoctrinating him with her work. Surprisingly, Tawaki's tastes matched Kamometa section chief's perfectly, and he was completely hooked. He started researching the source material, read through the original works, began participating in events, and eventually, I decided during my pilgrimage, I'm going to work at the Holy Land.
What do you mean by Holy Land? Issei Shrine? Are you becoming a monk? No! Everyone has their own holy land in their heart.
Tawaki moved to some remote island, and I've heard he's working hard to protect the environment there.
Inosuke-sensei, you're amazing for making progress on your manuscript. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up!
The pressure from her encouragement is intense. Shortly after, Somei-san and I started dating, but not much has changed in how we spend our time together. Ugh, drawing food makes me so hungry.
Oh no, should I cook something for you?
No, I would feel bad making you go through the trouble. How about we order something? At that moment, memories from my childhood came back, carried by the summer breeze through the window. Uncle, what are you cooking today? It's hot today, so I'm making something light with cold pasta and summer vegetables. No, let's cook together. Something really delicious that can beat the heat.
Yay! As I expected from you, Sensei. I love you.
I chose this hobby to cherish the memories of someone I loved. Now, I enjoyed this hobby with my girlfriend. When your passion becomes someone else's passion, it's a simply wonderful feeling. So, from now on, I'll continue to treasure what I love.
Hello everyone, Brittany here. So this episode reminded me that I love when people make recipes from like pop culture. I personally have a Harry Potter recipe book, and I've made some butterbeer and attempting to make some of the pies and stuff, and we made a lot of the desserts, like chocolate frogs and fudge. What are they called? Anyways, you know what I mean. It's just super fun. So I think that's just such a fun thing. If you guys have any like food that you've had that's kind of like manga related or anime related or anything, let me know. I want to see it. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.